Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Baldwin 5455 V.056 RMR. Let's break that down. This is a 5455 lever. It's in the 056 finish. Satin nickel, maybe? I don't remember, but let's take a look. 056 by Baldwin. Yeah, lifetime satin nickel. Satin nickel with a lifetime finish is 056. What that means is in lifetime finishes, whether it be a nickel or be it brass, it does change the look a little bit. And to my eye, it's hard to see that on all of them, but it's also easy to detect that it's a lifetime finish brass versus just polished brass. So the point of saying that is make sure that you run all lifetime together. And what that is, regardless of the color of it, at the molecular level, there's been a bonding of the structure of the material, which makes it substantially robust when it comes to the finish as it looks today, looking this way in 10, 20 years from now. You do, in my opinion, you sacrifice the original base finish, but if you can get everything in that finish, then you're in really good shape. Now, if you're going to mix doorstops and hinges and other hardware with an 056 finish, you might say to yourself, well, that's not exactly the right finish. But then the other side of that coin is the base material of a hinge may not be brass. So you're going to get a different satin nickel just because this is made of brass where that hinge might be made of steel. It's going to be different because of that. So it may not be a big problem having a lifetime satin nickel versus just a steel-based hinge with a satin nickel finish. But it is one way, certainly, for you to stay within the Baldwin ecosystem. Your stops, your other trim and auxiliary hardware, and of course your hinges, and then your handle, your lock and handle sets. So 5455 is the design, 056 is the finish. The RMR means you're getting one lever only, and it happens to be a right, is what that is. Okay, so from your perspective, you got a right hand. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at some supporting information. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. Here's the item that we are looking at. Not much to see here, except let's take a look at our photographs. And again, the RMR means a single right-handed lever minus the rows. Right minus rows. Just different perspectives on this lever trim. Just showing you what it looks like. Upside down, the set screw that will be used to hold that in is pictured there, and there is only one set screw. There are two shown here because when they make an RMR, they're basically taking one lever out of the box and not bothering to strip out the extra set screw that you don't technically need. Those are really nice to keep around, so be sure to put that into a box somewhere and you know where you've got it. There's a link below this video, as seen here, to the manufacturer's page. And when you click on that, you can pull up not only all of the Baldwin items that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the product catalog that's here. Speaking of product catalogs, there's one from 1976 here that you might find interesting if you wanted to see what Baldwin was making 45 years ago or in the late 70s. Here you go. Much of this is unchanged. Well, I bet this textured San Diego is not available anymore. But nonetheless, nice to be able to look back in time at some of their beautiful trim. I'm a fan of Baldwin. I'm partial to it. There's also, let's see here now, the product catalog. Let's take a look at the 5455. There it is. They're showing it in the 150 finish, which is just the standard satin nickel. The point of this is you're going to find lots of Baldwin levers, trim, knobs, things of that nature. I have likely sold all of these trims to someone at some point. The Kensington is not unusual. I like that trim when you have like at least an 8-foot tall door. I've seen pretty much all of this and installed enough of these to know how they work very well. And their catalog is certainly very good. And I would definitely take a look at knobs before you just assumed you wanted a lever. Some of these knobs are just gorgeous. And I'll tell you, going above Baldwin gets you into the boutique realm where a pair of knobs alone can cost $500, and I know that from experience. I would also suggest, and only because it's so excellent, is their website as well. They have a phenomenal website. The part we're looking at is under the Estate collection, and that's where you're going to find the 5455. In fact, this might be it right here. This is out of the Estate collection. Estate, door hardware, levers. And from here you can certainly search. And, you know, like I said, your catalog is good. I do wish that they showed this in a lot, just every finish was different. But I understand why they make them all in the same finish. But maybe don't select the 5455 until you've seen them all. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. As I said earlier, I'm partial to Baldwin, and it's really because not only the fit and finish, the quality of the hardware itself, the design choices, those items that we have available to us. How many selections of levers did we just look at? 30 or more? And all of that combined is very important, obviously. What for me as a distributor is not only I personally prefer it and I use it myself, but in my 9-to-5 role, I prefer Baldwin because I can get parts. I can call someone at Baldwin advocating on your behalf and say, I need help. I need a spring. What can you tell me? And Baldwin is, without exception, willing, interested, and able to help. And they do every single time. And that is a feature that Baldwin brings to their product line that they don't list in their catalog, and they should. Exceptional technical support, exceptional customer service. So when you're looking at Baldwin and you're saying, well, this company is less expensive, and this company is less expensive, and this is way less expensive, and these are more money, keep in mind the total cost. The total cost being, what will it cost you in 10 years when a spring has broken? And the only answer you're getting from your manufacturer is you have to buy an entire new lock. Now, not that that's not what's going to happen with Baldwin, but I will tell you this. More times than not, I've been able to get that replacement part than have to buy a whole new lock. So keep that in mind. I'm quite partial to them. Any questions on the 5455 lever trim or any other Baldwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.